Building habits has truly transformed my life. For years, I did everything that they say you're supposed to do. I created visualization boards. I started my goals. I worked out. I started diets. I started going to different yoga classes. I started to go to Pilates classes. I started to change my health. I tried to eat right, but none of this worked. Nothing stuck. At the end of the year, I always felt like nothing that I do works out. Like, what's wrong? I looked to other people that are successful, whether it be social media, but then I had a wake-up call. Then I began to shift my mindset, and I said to myself, if anything I want to do, I'm not going to always rely on just solely emotions. Let's say going to work, but I'm always going to go to work because I want to make money. So when it comes to the dreams that I want, like a better social life, a better body, losing weight, having more energy, looking the best, growing my hair out, growing my nails, any of all of that is going to be due out of building tiny habits. So it's not going to be working based off of solely motivation that I'm going to get what I want. So I decided to build tiny habits that allowed me to get towards the goals that I wanted to achieve, which you guys can watch in previous videos. I talk all about turning your goals into systems. But before I even turned my goals into systems, I had to have the routine of building consistency, and that took some time. Now my life is completely different. I am what people sometimes think of as type A personality. I've never been the type to be thinking that I was a type A. I was always the lazy girl. I was always, I don't know, I need my rest. I don't know if I want to do that. I need to save my energy. But here I am now, I have my little structure. I like a little system. I got a little system or two for some things. I make stuff work. And at the same time, I'm not going to act all high and mighty like, oh, I have every single thing that I've ever wanted, every single one of my goals. No, what I'm going to tell you, what I am doing is that there are some goals I have accomplished, and there are things that I'm still working towards. And I know that if I continue to be consistent, I will reach them. By the end of this video, you're going to know how micro habits could fit seamlessly in your life, why these habits create lasting change, and a step-by-step guide into using them today. So grab a drink, grab a pillow, a blanket, do your makeup routine before you go to bed at night, while you're cooking your meal, whatever you got to do, y'all can come along and watch this video. So the very first thing I'm going to tell you guys is to anchor a habit, a new habit, with one that's already exists. So a lot of times new habits, they fail because it doesn't feel natural for us. In order for you to continue something and it doesn't feel out of my ordinary day, this feels feasible. So continue to do what you normally do and add something new to it. So think of it as like you're brushing your teeth in the morning time. You already know you got to go up in the morning. You're going to brush your teeth. You're going to wash your face. So anchor that with maybe drinking water, because it's important for us to be hydrated before we get our morning caffeine. So just doing that automatically, anchoring that with something that you already do. Want better posture? Whenever you check your phone, roll them shoulders back. You want your skin to be nice and glowing. You don't want wrinkles when you get in your 30s and your 40s and beyond. After you put your moisturizer on, add SPF. So it becomes automatic because your brain already know that your existing habit is already here. But when you add something new to it, it's not as much resistance. It's going to accept it more. You can just go along with your day and not feel like, oh, I'm doing too much. And it also removes the feeling of starting from scratch. Like, oh, this new thing. Oh, I got to remember that I got to do this new thing. It's already there. Less resistance equals more consistency. And back to the water topic. If you want better skin, drink lemon water right after you brush your teeth, or add chlorophyll. And it's something that I just started doing. If you don't want to have no BO body odor, add chlorophyll to your water first thing after you finish drinking your teeth, and especially get a kind that has like a mint to it so it doesn't have as bad of a taste. So the next habit we're going to talk about is the 2-minute rule. So big goals can be overwhelming. I don't know about you, but when I have something that's so big and it takes a lot of work and a lot of energy, because I'm a self-diagnosed ADHDer, if something consists of a lot of effort, I would just put it all off, you know, like naturally I would feel overwhelmed and I cannot tackle it. I can't handle it. I can't look at it. It's too much for me. So this is why having a 2-minute rule can help you. Instead of saying I have to work for 4 hours, or I have to edit this video for 2 hours, or I have to work out for an hour, just say, well, I'm going to do this for 2 minutes. And that's just a way that you're playing little tricks with your mind, because your mind is thinking, oh, this is too much. This is overwhelming for me. Because most of the time it's about starting. When you start something, that is the resistance that's holding you back. So if you want to read more, instead of saying, oh, I want to read for an hour, just start off with, hey, I'm gonna read a page a day. If you want to start journaling, say, I'm gonna write 1 sentence. If you want to start working out, say, I'm just gonna start doing 1 squat. And when you do this, you gonna build the momentum to continue to do whatever goal that you set out for, because a lot of this has to do with the resistance or the fear of just starting. So habit number 3 is to celebrate your small wins. I don't know about you, but sometimes I can tend to look at the bigger picture sometimes. And if I haven't met the big picture yet, I will feel demotivated. So the solution is to celebrate every small wins, because that will build you momentum to continue to stick with whatever goal that you set out there. Your brain runs off of reward signals. Whenever you make some type of accomplishment, a small accomplishment, big accomplishment, your brain will be more likely to continue to do that because it likes to be rewarded. So for example, if you want longer nails, instead of thinking my nails are not long yet, just say you're happy that you started taking your collagen, or you're happy that you took your biotin. So you're going to continue to think about the indirect things that it's going to keep you going to what you really want to have. And another thing that I do that with is, for example, my YouTube channel. There are some times that I really want my videos to have a certain amount. Sometimes some videos don't do as good. And then I think about it, like, it's not really about it reaching every single person. It's that it is good quality content, and whoever sees it is going to help them. But no matter how many people see it, if it's 1,000 or 200,000 or 50 or 49, whoever's seen it, I hope that it can make a difference in their life, instead of me just thinking about the real big goal. And that is what keeps me being consistent and putting these videos out, because this keeps the motivation high. When you don't have the big goal, you begin to enjoy the journey, because it's really all about the journey. That's really what's worth it. Every small win eventually feels like a big win. And you can also keep track of this with the journal. Like, you know, like how people have those little jars or curse word jars, and they just have a lot of money when they curse throughout the day. Let's say that whenever you accomplish something good, have a money jar or a penny jar, or maybe have a journal and say all the good things that you have done throughout the day. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Maybe 1 thing throughout the day that you want to say, or 3 things that you want to look back on throughout the day, and look back over that, and you will see, regardless if I had hit this big goal or not, I still am doing something that is of service, that is good. And that's a perfect segue into the next habit, which is reflect and adjust weekly. So most habits fail because most people don't tend to readjust. They continue to do the same things, which creates them making the same mistake, which creates, you know, insanity, which is doing the same thing and thinking and hoping for a different result. So the solution to this is to take 10 minutes out of once a week, preferably on a Sunday, and check in with yourself. Ask yourself what's working, what's not. What is one of your biggest problems? What is a possible way that you could solve this problem if it were easy? How can I adjust? For me, I'm using myself as another example. For the past few weeks, I aim to go to Pilates at 7 a.m. I don't know why, but I had to cancel each and every single time. And it wasn't because I was tired. It was always something that just came up that prevented me to go. And so I said to myself, you know what? Instead of me just going for 7 a.m., let me just go at a different time. Because sometimes it'd be like a time constraint. Another example is when I will look back on my weekly reflections I have. If you can go out and check out my Notion template, that I have a weekly reflection. I look back and I saw that I was not reading my book consistently. And I was kind of like, okay, why am I not reading a book? I used to read this very often. And then until I realized maybe 25 minutes is too much. I have a lot on my plate right now. There's a lot of things I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to accomplish YouTube. I'm trying to accomplish my business. I'm also working, doing my freelance work. So reading 25 minutes a day in the middle of the day is too much. So I knocked that down to 15 minutes. And so now I'm looking back on it, I see myself being more consistent. I haven't missed a day yet since I managed to take 10 extra minutes off. Let's say if your skin is breaking out and your journal or whatever, you start to reflect and you think, I started adding too much sweet to my diet. Take out the extra sweets. And so that is how you can like use this time, this reflection period, so that you can continue to get the goals that you want. So the fifth habit is to limit decision fatigue. Having to make so many decisions can be overwhelming, and it can be very draining if you're not careful. And that can be very hard to stick to your habits. You can simplify your life by making automations. For example, if you want to eat healthier, meal prep. Like seriously, just a meal prep your foods in advance. If you are having to go for work in the morning times and you find yourself running late because you always like, what am I going to wear today? Prepare in advance. Plan your outfit the day before, the night before. Or if you want to take it to the next level, plan your whole weekly outfits. And that's something I used to do when I was younger. When I was in high school, I remember I used to plan my outfits a week. When I had new clothes, I used to plan my outfits weeks in advance. But yeah, if that's what you want to do, if you want to take it to the next level, girl, go ahead, go for it. You go to the gym, you don't know what workout to do. Have your days set. Let's say Mondays and Wednesdays are leg days. Tuesdays and Thursdays are upper body days. Friday is ab day. You don't really have to think too much. That leaves room for you to just go in there and do what you got to do. And another tip is a 3-minute rule. If it takes you longer than 3 minutes to make a decision, go with the first decision. That saves me every time. And lastly is to prioritize your quality of sleep. So lack of sleep ruins your health, your energy, your skin, and your mood. The solution to this is to create a nighttime ritual or nighttime routine that can help you get the best sleep ever. For example, drink chamomile or take magnesium glycinate. Have your bed sheets clean. Wash your bed sheets weekly. Have some type of comfortable material that you are sleeping on. Remove a TV from your room. That's another thing. I do not like having a TV in my room. The best sleep I used to get is when I never had a TV in my room. My bedroom was just simply that for me to go to sleep in. And also to look out for what you're watching before you go to bed at night. Make sure you're not looking at nothing dangerous, no scary horror movies, nothing negative, because that makes your mind race and have racing thoughts and just negative thoughts, and it also affects your sleep, makes you have nightmares, makes you, when you get up in the morning time, your mood just gets altered. So what I like to do is I like to listen to calming frequencies. Sometimes I have subliminal start playing that's very calm and soothing. Or before it's time for me to go to sleep, if I really like to watch TV, if I really find myself really want to watch something before I go to bed, I make sure it's like a very cool, calm, collected video. Maybe it's a vlog, maybe it's a soft life vlog, maybe it's a girl in a forest living on a homestead with her partner, her husband, their children. That for me personally makes me feel very calm and very relaxed, and that makes me go to sleep very peacefully. So being by the morning time, I am full of energy and I'm in a good mood and I'm ready to tackle my day. So there you have it. Those are my 6 tiny but yet powerful habits that can help you transform your life into a very happy person. You're full of energy, motivated, feel driven, feel dedicated, and you're living up to the person that you've always wanted to be. It always starts with the foundation. The foundation is the building block to any and everything that you want to achieve out of life. I hope this video has been very helpful. You all make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and as well as share. As always, peace.